taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Back to Prince. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And looking at tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. You've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Back to Prince. The kick out to Lopez. Giannis outside. Shot clock at 5. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Prince can't hit. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And here is Antetokounmpo after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with the head coach from Milwaukee. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. Tall order, all of it. Guys?
Thank you, David. Not a fast start for the Bucks, trailing by 5. To the inside, Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Pass to Gordon, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Down low. Screen by Giannis. Here's Kuzma. And the Bucks miss again. Denver leading by 7. Jokic with it. And Jokic throws it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
To end the cold streak. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now, here's Jokic. They get it back. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Jokic has got 6 points.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Lillard from outside. Denver grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Porter inside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 8. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. He has 7.
I don't know that anyone covers as much ground in 1 or 2 strides as Giannis.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Kuzma outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
And he's what I call a prepared shooter. With strong fundamentals, Kuzma is a capable threat from the perimeter.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 9. He counted good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. 8-point game. Inside. Prince misses. Westbrook way outside. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
Pass to Livingston. Back to Giannis. On the wing, Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count that one. Giannis has got 9 points.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Jokic. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Livingston, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 8. Westbrook with it. And it's Trent picking him up. Here's Gordon. And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it. I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Here's Porter. Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 14. Murray with it. Now Smith defending. And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And here's Gordon after Gary Trent Jr. made the last three-pointer. Green left side. Outside Porter. Pass to Trent. And he jams it with authority.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the rebound goes to Lopez. Here's Lillard. Lopez outside. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Can't connect from short range. Denver leading by 12. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised. Nothing seems to bother him.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. And that one's good. Westbrook's got his second basket.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Now Westbrook. Here's Jokic. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Jokic has got 21. And so it's the Denver Nuggets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We'll return shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Nuggets leading by 22. Here's Murray. Shoots the three. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And stolen by Murray. Here's Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
And the second free throw, good. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't we?
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Here's Lillard. Scoreless thus far. To the paint. Deep two from Lopez. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Pass to Prince. They double him with Jokic. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Jordan on the wing. Here's Gordon. And he goes right over Kyle Kuzma and slams it down.
Jordan.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Prince, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Prince outside. Lays it up off the glass. Prince has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Jordan. And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Give yourself a round of applause.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
Remaining in the third.
Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Porter. And another miss by Denver. Bucks trail by 20. Lillard from deep three-point land. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says, open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
You can't put a price on it, David. Thank you.
Oh, great effort. They're fighting for that loose ball. Joker continues to attack the offensive glass.
Lopez, no luck. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Good on the three-point shot.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Murray. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And that's 13 points for Jamal Murray.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. We've got 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Murray with it. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Here's Jokic. And so it's Denver holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So it's the Bucks now. Here's Porter. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver leading by 22. And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
That's right, everybody.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Outside Porter. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Good on the triple.
3 points.
And so difficult to defend. When Westbrook is hurting you off the bounce, he's hurting you off the catch.
Lillard misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And again, Denver with the triple.
Westbrook is so much more difficult to defend when that 3 ball is going down.
To the wing on the left. Lillard left side. The jump hook. And Giannis with a nice bucket inside. Antetokounmpo's got 20.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Prince looking around. No good on the triple. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
To the inside. Here's Porter. Good D by Lopez. It's Prince on the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Murray outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. And it goes down 2 points.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Here is Lillard. And stolen by Murray. Here's Porter. Here he goes. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Lillard misses. And it's the Nuggets ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Down low. And finished off by Porter.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Kuzma. It's hauled in by Gordon. Smooth sailing for Denver. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Outside for Murray. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard. Offensive rebound. Tries again. Can't capitalize inside. Wide open look here for Murray. Pass to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now Porter. Here's Westbrook. Covered by Lillard. Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Fires top of the key. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Denver.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Inside, Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Here's Gordon. Back to Murray. There's the three. The second effort. No good on that one. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for some